good morning. I'm just here with Peter. He's talking me through the Axis camera station system as a service platform, which sounds, I think, more complicated than it is. Do you want to discuss some of the benefits of this new system?
Well, really, just to keep this very simple, it's a way of our partners being able to offer our end users, our customers effectively, a system for a monthly cost. It's as simple as that. So instead of a big capital expenditure, it's a monthly cost.
Lovely. And so with these end users, these customers, how do you find their needs are changing?
We're seeing a real change in the industry. A lot of our end customers now don't have a huge capital expenditure. They want to do this in different ways, break down the cost, get a return of investment straight away, as opposed to having to build a large budget for a system or a solution.
With these new businesses, anyone that's interested in this new kind of working model, how do they find out more?
Sure, well, contact us at Access UK. It's a UK-only service at the moment. It's being launched in the UK, so contact us at Access UK and we'll talk you through the service.
So Yasin, how is the small business market changing?
The small business market is changing a lot now, with users moving away from analog into IP, where they actually can start seeing the benefits. And some of the technology Axis now have to offer is things like Swift Setup, where users are able to just set up a system by following a simple wizard, taking away network configuration. And with things like secure remote access, we don't need to do any more port forwarding. Our users are able to get live and recorded footage just by simply putting in a username and password and having a MyAxis account.
And with something like the Axis Companion, who do you think benefits or should consider buying that kind of product?
Well, it manages up to 16 cameras per site, so we're thinking about small businesses, shops, retail environment, we're looking at offices, residential. Really those customers that don't have any dedicated resources, and by having a simple VMS, the end user is able to have full control over their system.
And what are the benefits that go beyond security for it?
With the way the technology is now working and having secure remote access, end users that have small businesses are able to manage multiple locations without having to visit site. So it makes it a lot more efficient for them to run their business, and it just gives them the extra pair of eyes that they don't need to have on site.
Sounds good to me. Thank you. So we've just popped outside here with Dom. Dom, I just want to ask you, what does the Axis brand stand for?
So the Axis brand, really, it's all about innovating for a smarter, safer world. So I think if you look at the history of Axis, if you go right back to 1996, Axis invented the first network camera, and from then onwards, really, we've had a history of innovation. And all of the innovation that comes out of Axis essentially ends up with something that helps people create smarter business or help create a safer world.
So you've got a really successful partnership program with other firms. What do you think are the main benefits? Why do you think people come to Axis?
Well, essentially, we think that the success of Axis is built on long-term partnerships. That's why we're successful. And what we do is we try and work with our partners to help them add new dimensions to their business and help with that goal of innovating for a smarter, safer world.
And what's on the agenda? What are the highlights coming up this year for you guys as a company?
So, I mean, last year was really exciting. We had some great successes. We were the Security Hardware Manufacturer of the Year. We were voted as a great place to work. So it's going to be hard to top that year. But we have some new platforms launching, some exciting new products. We have a system as a service platform, which I know has caused a lot of excitement at this show, so we'll be looking forward to that.
So Lucas, you guys at Axis talk about forensic to real time. What do we mean by that?
Good question. We're really about bringing data from various sources in a real-time environment so they get information as it happens. That really evolves around improving security and operational efficiency, because without that, you can't improve that passenger experience. So really it's about using our cameras as sensors to provide that data.
Lovely, and obviously we hear a lot in the news about transportation security around that, so specifically airports, say.
We've seen the evolving threat posed by drones, some of it nefarious, some of it legitimate, and it's really about using cameras as sensors to identify that threat and track them.
And talking about challenges, I also hear that there's a group of you called the Axis Legends who took on your own challenge of the 3 peaks recently. Congratulations. What were your highlights?
It was great fun. There was 12 of us. We did the 3 peaks in Scotland, England and Wales. But most importantly, we raised a good amount of money for 3 charities that are very close to our hearts.
It's an incredible achievement, so well done to you all. Well, that's it for day 2. We'll see you again tomorrow.